exit the guard.
Take a seat.
I don't know if I want to now.
Take a seat.
I was perfectly fine out there. I didn't need to be in here.
Well, you're here now.
What's so special about being in here?
Unlimited tea and coffee, breakfast in the morning, and doilies for the back of your head. And a bed if you want one. Not very comfortable, but they're all the same.
You can keep it.
Ungrateful little shit, aren't you?
And they're not doilies, they're antimacassars.
Grateful. But at least educated.
Oh, am I? Yeah, I suppose I am. Well, I was. I don't know anymore.
Take a seat.
If I take it, then I've accepted it.
Well, accept it.
If I've accepted, then I'm beholden to you.
Well, I'm... Sorry.
No, you're not. I'm just getting started.
If I accept it, then I'm beholden to you.
No, you're not. I'm just getting you to Scotland. I'm not bankrolling you for the rest of your life.
I don't like being beholden. You know, someone was beholden to me once, and they never paid me back. It wasn't very nice. No, I don't ever want to do that to anybody else.
Queen of compassion. Take a seat.
No!
Fine.
All I wanted to do was get somewhere. I would have been able to pay you back, but now you've just put me in here, in this fucking plush cushion fucking prison, and I'll never be able to afford to pay you back. Lying.
When it's fucking selfish of you.
And I'll never be able to afford to pay you back, and it's fucking selfish of you to torture me so much as to do this. Maybe I should have went with the police, because they would have been able to keep me safe. From others, at least. And I wouldn't have had to worry about work, and about trying to salvage something from my miserable existence, because I mean, let's face it, everything I was ever good at went years ago. And now, fuck it. I should be in a lab somewhere going gooey-eyed over medics looking at fucking leukemia through a fucking microscope and thinking, I could have stopped that if they just bought my program, but no.
Calm down!
Fucking no, instead I'm here. And I'm not even sure what's going to happen when I get there. What if there is no work? What if I'm being taken for a ride? I've been taken for a ride, alright? A ride right to fucking perdition with some sharp-suited fucking anus.
You're getting hysterical.
Fine, right. To own everything, even their souls. To buy them off. Line.
So you can have a little fiddle.
To buy them off so he can have a little fiddle with himself about how good he is. What a great man, what a great swinging penis of a philanthropist he is. I mean, look at him. I mean, look at him.
Don't drag me into this, just take a seat.
Priapic with delight at the thought that he's bought the ma boy off. What a god. He's bought the ma boy off. Good deed for the day, isn't it? Like some Armani fucking Boy Scout while the man kid. Oh, the fucking man kid just gets to bob a fucking curtsy about how because he's been treated so fucking well. When all I really want to do is oh God! Oh.
Calm down. I said calm down. If you don't calm down, I will make you calm down. This is your last warning. Fine.
Did that once before. To you. Except that time you told me to do it again. But harder.
Leo.
I haven't heard anyone address me by my real name in months.
I've hardly recognized you. You were so confident. So charming.
So what?
I was going to say so beautiful.
Beauty is a commodity that doesn't sit well with despair. Besides, you only knew me for a night.
We've hung around the dance like longer than one night.
How about bollocks?
You know, I really don't remember you swearing quite this much.
I really don't think that you remember me at all. I mean, not really. I mean, I want you to remember me. I mean, really, I do.
I do remember you.
No, I want you to remember me properly. See what you did? The injuries that you caused?
It was a little violent.
Violence isn't altogether physical, you know.
I know. You're hurting me.
I don't believe I am.
How could you possibly know?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
I couldn't possibly know. Our relationship, such as it is, has always been built on one person assuming that he isn't hurting the other, when really, he couldn't have known either way.
Being able to choose.
I thought you were beautiful too. Well, when you normally get booked by someone who makes it plain that money isn't an object, normally you get there and expect to find a minor Arab royal with a huge wedge in a tiny packet. So you're in a suite, the outer room of which is packed with flunkies, and you go through two not very heavy double doors that lead to an ostentatious bedroom. For about 10 minutes of clammy grunting, and release of sighs, unable to continue, and rush you out, where a burly man in indoor sunglasses hands you an envelope containing half the hour containing line.
Twice the average hourly rate.
Where a burly man in indoor sunglasses hands you an envelope containing twice the average hourly rate of the governor of the Bank of England, and you go out to cocktails until the next call comes. But you were different. All the wealth was just written between the lines. You were bling, you were pure style. Glass and chrome, not gold and marble. You were stunning. When you were standing there in the middle of the living room, that window wall behind you, and that big piece of blue glass sculpture colouring the skyline, and the tails just running like a silk scarf off a whore's thigh in the darkness below. You were standing there, you had my drink waiting for me on the table. There was no rush. No falling on me like I was the first guy you've seen in years. Just you and me and sensationally good wine and soft light. And tenderness. Quietness. At least at first. Every item of clothing chose you to look good and come off easily. You were a class act. It was those eyes that did it. But it was the eyes that did it. I mean, dear God, those eyes. I looked into them, and in the distance I could hear a voice, and I mean, it wasn't my own voice, and it was muffled, but it was clearly telling you things I barely told myself. Lying.
And in there's not a black beauty.
It was clearly telling you things I barely told myself. And in those black velvet pupils, you know, ringed with the blue crystal, eyes widening with wine and lust. I could see my soul doing your possess. And for that night, you owned me.
Talk too much.
You make me talk too much.
I really don't remember it like that. I remember guilt before, feverishness during, and revelation afterwards, but nothing in the way of mass emotion.
We don't want
You don't want to remember it.
Maybe I don't. Or maybe it didn't happen. Only one of us is on the edge of hysteria in this carriage.
Well, I like a good unreliable narrator. I mean, they make art interesting.
Well then.
It's not me, I'm afraid, not tonight. I'm as clear as a bell.
Well, we beg to differ then.
Maybe you won't, huh? I'll continue.
Oh, for God's sake!
I'll continue.
I really have no...
No, it's me. Give me that fuck's sake after. I'll
Oh, for
continue.
fuck's sake!
It's my story. My fucking story. You've never listened to my story before, so you're gonna listen to it now.
I really have no desire to sit here and listen to your half-remembered mishmash of 50 Shades of Grey meets Angela's Ashes. I know what I did. I know what happened, and believe me, I have repented at leisure. What I do not need is to sit here in a lounge car of a slow train with a vengeful ex-prostitute determined to wear the ears off me with inaccurate recollections of some violin-strewn moment of high romance that didn't happen. Because I probably greeted you by pointing towards the bedroom door whilst I had snorted some coke off a coffee table and wasn't polite enough to offer you any.
I suppose it suits you to remember it that way.
I remember it that way because that's the way it happened.
Fucking wasn't!
Fucking was! Was! Christ. Look at us. Like a pair of kids in a playground.
Or just listen to the story, Anthony.
I don't want to, Leo. I'm tired. And I've been through too much to want to argue about it.
But you never heard me tell it? Oh, it's important that I tell... But it's important I tell the story? It's important I tell the story. It's important I tell the story. You've never heard me tell it before. You've never listened before.
Lie. It's a fucking lie.
It's a fucking lie!
Fucking wasn't! Oh no, it's what happened!
No, Leo! What happened was I screwed you. And then I screwed you over, and then I sent you out into the night!
No, it was so much more than that! No, I never came looking for revenge, Anthony, never. You owe it to me to listen. I mean, I'm happy to listen to you.
You know I judged you a bit for that.
For what?
Not seeking revenge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thought you were listening less of a man.
Not less of a man, just less like you.
Maybe that was your mistake.
Not being like you?
Well, if maybe you were a bit more like me, you mightn't be begging for your train fare.
Oh, spare me. I thought you were supposed to be being contrite.
I can afford to be.
You really are unbearable.
Sorry.
Sorry. Fuck off back to the standard.
Well, fuck off back to standard then. You're hardly going to get chucked off the train for choosing a lower class.
No. No, I think that you and I should talk about this now that we've been given a chance.
In a few hours. What's done is done. And in a few hours' time, you get to step off this train while I schlep it up to Fort William and we both never look at each other again in our lives. We're on a countdown. Let's just let the clock run down in peace.